Hey everyone, welcome back to Gaming News. We're going to keep you updated with more things we've heard throughout the week.
I'm Clint.
I'm Cody. And for all your Dark Souls news, besides the game coming out on this Tuesday, there's a board game being developed and it will be on Kickstarter soon. I don't recall the name of the developer making it, but they've also made a few other video game board games that have done quite well, so I wonder how this is going to work, especially with that Bloodborne card game as well. Let's get some souls in our non-video game life.
All right. Speaking of card games, Hand of Fate is going to be getting a sequel in 2017. If you haven't played Hand of Fate's a fun card game.
Watch our video on it.
Yeah, we have a video. It's a card game adventure game. It's actually pretty interesting. It's for Xbox, PlayStation 4. Is it for PC?
Oh yeah, it came on
for
PC first.
Okay, I thought that, but I
it.
couldn't remember.
Yeah, they did drop a little trailer for it too. I actually did not watch it before this. I should have.
I did not know that.
But
I will have to watch that after this.
Overwatch is coming out with an update that will heavily punish rage quitters. It will give you multiple warnings, but after many matches and many warnings, all future games from then on get a 75% reduction in experience earned until you get back to your completion quota or whatever they called it. You need to complete so many games to get reset again, but that's a heavy cut on experience.
Now, if you start completing games, let's say you have to complete 5 games. If you complete 4 and then rage quit on the 5th one, do you have to restart the 5?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Because that would make sense. Okay, well, that was just a
20.
thought process that paused. I'm just saying, for example.
Yeah.
That's just a thought process that went through my head right there. All right. In other news, the game Quantum Break, pirated copies of it, you will have an eye patch in the game.
Yeah, the developer did that again for Alan Wake. It's also if you don't log into your Microsoft account on your PC before launching it as well, and if you're playing on a computer, you will have an eye patch as well just because it didn't authenticate properly. So it thinks it's not a valid copy of the game.
All right, well, that's a little weird.
Nintendo actually hosted a Super Mario Maker kind of course with younger children to help get them into the idea of game design when they grow a little bit older, teaching them certain tactics and kind of things they should think about when building and designing a little game. They haven't mentioned if they're going to do more of these conferences, but people are really hoping for it because the kids really enjoyed it.
I mean, I would have went to one if they had those, when I was a kid. That would seem pretty dang cool. All right, with our last gaming news, we did talk about Mass Effect, the new one coming out, with a little game footage leaked. Well, now, Amusement Park California's Great America, I think that's what it's called, California's Great America, has released a new video for its 4D Mass Effect attraction, which opens this spring. Go check that out. I haven't watched it, so I have no clue what goes on during it.
I did watch it and nothing that makes any sense.
I mean, hey, if you want to travel out there to that amusement park, or if you already live in the area, check it out when it opens.
For all you Mirror's Edge fans, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the developer has spoken out. His favorite part of making this new game is removing the first-person gunplay from it, which is interesting, as well as they did mention that since it's more of an open world this time, gadgets will actually unlock certain parts of the city that you cannot access till later in the story. So parts of it are blocked off for portions of the game.
Okay, well, it makes sense. I mean, they kind of did that with Primal. You had to have the grappling hook to get to certain areas.
Yeah,
or
I feel like it'll be
clothes or something.
By the sounds of it, it'll be a little more in depth than that.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, for example, something similar to it. All right, well, I am Fable Legends. Where's some possible good news there? Lionhead Studios is still closing down, but some of the employees are negotiating with Microsoft to see if they can continue their work on Fable Legends and release it as an indie game.
Yeah, I was reading that they were offering to do that in lieu of severance pay.
I mean,
So instead of them being paid to lose their jobs, they want to keep working on this game to bring it to the fans who want it.
Clearly they put a lot of time and effort into this game, and they just don't want to go see it go to waste. Where was it? 1 second.
And I just don't know if Microsoft's going to want to spend all that money to keep the servers running, too.
The two things I did read here, it might come up as a different name. It probably won't be Fable Legends if it happens, but it also says here, because Microsoft isn't really talking much about it, that don't get your hopes up too much, that it might not happen.
Yeah, because they can just really put the kibosh on it anytime they want.
Yeah.
For all you fans of Halo's Infection mode, Halo 5 is finally getting updated with Infection soon enough here. A game mode missing from its kind of lackluster multiplayer. They did bring Griffball, and finally they're bringing Infection. So it may be time to dip your toes back into Halo 5 if you still have it laying around somewhere.
Alright, and then some of the biggest news I saw this week that I'm actually very excited for, if you ask me. Some images have been leaked for what appears to be God of War 4. And instead of the classic, Greek mythology, we are going to the Norse. So Kratos is now a Viking.
Is he a Viking, or is he just so pissed? Killed enough Greek gods, and he said, "Fuck it, time to kill the Norse ones."
He looks like a Viking. He traded in his, whatever those are called, the swords with the chains. I can't remember what they're called.
Wait.
Off the top of my head.
What did he trade him in for?
An axe.
Oh.
He's a Viking. He's also got a beard. There's a couple screenshots of a very vibrantly colored forest area, which I'm being told, or if I read, that's one of the 9 realms in Norse mythology. There's also some others of a stone-type city, which could also be another area, but I'm not 100% on that one.
I mean, I am a fan of God of War, so I'm looking forward to it. I just hope it's better than Ascension, which, in my opinion, was the worst God of War game. It wasn't even that good of a game.
Now, let's hope, if you ask me. I'm kind of hoping this isn't fake, because they did, according to the concept art, the name of the main character is still Kratos. So, I'm not sure if maybe that's just saying, hey, this is the main guy, or if they're just keeping the same name. I'm just really hoping for it to happen. When it first leaked onto, where's the website? nerdleaks.com, the page was taken down almost immediately.
Which usually means good signs.
Yeah, good signs, if you ask me.
Well, that just reminds me of when Fallout footage started leaking. They started putting it everywhere. They put it on YouTube, it was taken down. And then I read this story, they put it on a porn site, and it was taken down still.
Oh,
and
wow.
then all that footage turned out to be true. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I guess go look on some porn sites to find some God of War.
Another good confirmation, not confirmation, but another good thing, is the series creator, David Sheffy, confirmed on Twitter years ago that they were considering moving him to a different mythology, getting away from the Greeks.
I'm okay with. I don't know as many Norse gods as I did Greek
There's
gods,
a good amount, and
but
I
just want to murder them all.
Vikings are all about just murdering and pillaging and all that stuff. So, it could be pretty awesome. All right, well, that's all I have this week.
Yep, same for me. Thanks for keeping updated with us on Gaming News.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.